Troubling times are upon us, ladies and gents. Yes, I said it, and you know what it is. Your boy Omeo the Don, Omeo Football, back at it with another episode, you know what I'm saying? Something very important to discuss. I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days. Forced to, as I am a Barca fan, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I feel like troubling times are upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and those in power might be, you know, self-destructing football right now. They might be self-destructing football right now. Those who make the decisions, those who make the rules, those who are not on the field, you know, they're executives, they're presidents, they're CEOs, you know, and they just happen to work in football. Before we get into the video, hit that sub and like button, please, bro. You see the goal up there, 3K. Yeah, you see it. Help me reach that 3K, you know what I'm saying, sub goal, by hitting that sub button. And yeah, let's actually get into the video now. For the past couple of years, football has seen a lot of changes. We've seen the Club World Cup this past summer. We've seen the Champions League change format. The Club World Cup obviously became bigger. You know, it's no longer just a small tournament. It's really, it's an actual big tournament now. Just like the World Cup, the Euros, the Africa Cup of Nations, but it's for clubs. Obviously, Club World Cup, a month long, right? Many teams. It's not just 4 teams or 3 teams or however many teams it was before. The Champions League has changed, and now there's more games to play. There's more teams, you know, and I don't know. It just seems like not the brightest idea in the world. Why am I saying this? Good question. Well, one thing we know is that human beings play football, right? It's not like it's robots or some AI. No. It's real people, you know, and they use real energy, right? And real fitness, you know. They rely on actual health, you know. They have blood, they have they sweat, you know, they cry, they laugh. They're human beings, right? And after, you know, for the past couple of years, after football has implemented all these changes, you know, it's been very obvious that you know, there's been a lot of games now. There's just like, I feel like I'm watching like a football game, my favorite team playing every 3 days or so, you know, every 3 days. Well, before it was really just once every week, like it was either a Saturday or a Sunday, and then every once in a while you'll get the Champions League, you know, you'll get a game during a weekday, or you'll get like the cup matches, you know, the Copa del Rey or the EFL Cup or the Capital One Cup, or, you know, any of those cups in all these different leagues. I don't know if that's a good thing, boys and girls. I really don't know if that's a good thing, because we've seen the statistics. We've seen how many players are getting injured now versus before. Before, players didn't get injured as much as this. I don't think. Of course, players got injured, but you know, the ratio is just different right now, man. The ratio, it's absolutely just way more now. It's just way more. And honestly, that's gonna take away from football, bro. That's gonna take away from football. We don't want to see players injured. We want to see our favorite players on the pitch playing, displaying their skills, and entertaining us, right? We want to actually compete, like teams. You know, a team that you support, you want to actually see them compete for titles and trophies and actually put in work. You know, having a full squad. You know, it's not really going to feel like the team is competing, or it's not really going to feel like, you know, like you actually gave it your best, or your team gave it their best, when some of their brightest stars and their brightest talents are being put, you know, on the sideline because of injuries, because they're playing so many games, because they got international duties, because it's just, I don't know. It's a money grab for these CEOs, bro, and these executives. They really care about the revenue. I feel like no matter what it is in this world, bro, everything's got something to do with money. Like, not something to do with, everything has everything to do with money. You know, everything is about money. I really feel like just everything is about money. How can we maximize profit? How can we make more and more and more? Like, how can we do it? Oh, we can, instead of having the Club World Cup being just four teams or whatever, you know, why don't we just make it an actual tournament, you know, with 32 teams and groups and you know, a round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals. Why don't we do that? You know, we'll make more money, obviously, from TV. We'll make more money as far as ticket sales and all that, because there's more games. And honestly, man, it's a little bit disgusting. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. It's a little bit disgusting, because as a diehard football fan, you know, from a little kid somebody who cares about entertainment, somebody who doesn't care about the money, because hey, nobody's putting money in my pocket, so why should I care, right? Nobody cares, bro. The fans don't care about none of that. They want to see entertainment, and that's it. They don't care about FIFA or UEFA or whatever making an extra buck. That makes no difference, bro. As a matter of fact, we're the ones who are paying them, right? We're paying them ticket sales and to watch the games on TV and all that. The fans want the entertainment. Well, when you start hurting, you know, that entertainment aspect of the game, as far as the fan is concerned, right? By having all these players injured, by having all these guys getting hurt all the time, well now you're kind of robbing the fan of like of the fun and the entertainment and the excitement and everything that he loves football for. It's become just a, you know, whatever now. Like, players injured, hey man, it is what it is. Happens. Put somebody else on the starting lineup. Like, bro, no man, that's not how it is. In the Messi and Cristiano era, that was not gonna fly, bro. We need Messi fit. We need Cristiano fit. You know what I'm saying? We need Iniesta fit. We need Mesut Ozil fit. We need Wayne Rooney fit. We need Paul Scholes fit. We need Drogba fit. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no such thing, bro. These players gotta be there. And now it's just like it's different. It's different, bro. And it sucks and it hurts. And I feel like it's going to self-destruct. I feel like it's going to self-destruct, man. Honestly. When Mbappe, you know, about like a week and a half ago, Mbappe in the last Madrid game before the international break, he was fine. He has so much energy. He looked incredible. He looked like he's just an absolute, you know, monster out there. And he's playing and he's playing. And he's trying to score. He doesn't score. He's trying to score. He doesn't score. Vinicius scores, right? Off of his deflection, whatever. The game keeps going on. They get a penalty. Vinicius takes it, right? Mbappe has not scored yet. He's a monster. He's still trying. As soon as he gets his goal, just a minute later or so, you know, he sits on the floor on the pitch and he's like motioning, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, I don't think I can continue. I'm a little bit hurt. I'm hurt. He was obviously faking it, right? He was obviously faking it. As soon as he got his goal in there, he was like, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna, you know, and now I'm gonna pretend like I'm hurt. Why? Because I don't want to do international duties, bro. I'm hot fire right now for Madrid. I'm super hot fire right now. I don't want to go to international duties and get hurt for France. France is playing, you know, these European teams, man. They play Lithuania and freaking, you know what I'm saying, Luxembourg. With all respect, you know, with all respect, but let's just be honest, they're not at that level, and they know that, right? So he's probably like thinking, like, maybe, bro, like, why am I gonna go out there play these teams for what? To qualify for the World Cup, bro? We know we're in the World Cup already. Like, come on, gang. You know, why am I gonna go and just put myself through more where I can be resting, where I can use these 2 weeks to you know, do soft training, but really, you know, spend time with the family, make sure I don't get hurt, rest up, and then come back a monster. Because I gotta, you know, I haven't beat Barca since I've been here. I lost 4 straight matches. The El Clasico is coming up. I got to be healthy, bro. I got to be fit, you know. And honestly, his plan worked. His plan worked. Bro, listen, France can't do nothing to Mbappe, bro. He's their best player. Look at what he did in the World Cups, man. You know, whatever he says goes. And now he's going to play in El Clasico. He's fit. Not the same to be said to men like Robert Lewandowski, who got hurt playing for Poland during the international break. Not the same to be said for Dani Olmo, who got hurt during international duties with Spain and will miss El Clasico. You know, will not be said for those. It's not the same will be said for those players, bro. Not the same will be said because they won't be there. You know, and Barca's hurting right now. That's what really got me thinking about this. I'm like, well, hold on, man. This is too much. This is way too much. I'm not gonna lie. This is way too much. I feel like Lamine Yamal did the same as Mbappe a little bit. You know, as soon as the international, I don't know. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong, bro. TBH. I feel like maybe he really was injured because we had one more game to go. I think it was, you know, the game against Sevilla, right? And we lost that one very, very bad. He wasn't there. Maybe he thought the team was gonna beat Sevilla, bro. Maybe he thought, you know what, bro? Let's go ahead and say that my pubic injury is still going on because I don't want to go to Spain because, you know what I'm saying. That's just it's not gonna help my body. I'm just coming back from an injury. Yes, I'm fit right now, but you know what I mean. If I go and play for Spain after playing these 2 games since I've been back from injury for Barca, right? It's gonna be too much workload on me. Maybe I'm not really gonna risk that. And it was probably like an internal conversation. Maybe this is all speculation, of course. Guys. We're just speaking. We don't know, bro. We don't know these people personally. But honestly, like I said, man, it's just sad seeing this. It's just sad seeing this. And some players have spoken out. You know, a bunch of players have spoken out. I remember Bernardo Silva saying something about this. You know, a little while back when he noticed that there's just too many games going on and they're not getting rest, and it's just very, very sad. I wonder if, you know, I made a reel about this and I was asking this question: Do Europeans have like unions? And I'm sure they do, bro. I'm sure it's not like, come on, bro, it's Europe, right? And if they do, I wonder if there's a football union. Right, a union that kind of looks out for the employees of a company, right? So makes sure that the company doesn't take advantage of the employees and all that, right? A union. Is there a football union? I feel like there should be. If there isn't, they gotta protect these players, man. And to say, oh, they get paid too much money, bro. Not everything is about bro. So what if you get paid money, bro? So say somebody like pays you $1 trillion, bro. Does that give them the right to treat you like a slave, gang? Will you be somebody's slave for $1 trillion, bro? Of course not, bro. Because there's limits, bro. It doesn't matter how much money, bro. There's limits to you as a human being. Your body can only do so much. It doesn't matter how much you get. It doesn't matter, bro. You're not a machine. You feel me? It is what it is. But hey, man, I hope things change. I hope something happens where they stop all these injuries from happening, because it's so evident it's overwork. Like the workload is too much. You know what I'm saying? They're overworking these players like dogs. That's just obvious, because, you know, we've seen the change. We've seen it happen in front of our eyes when this change in football came and they started having so many games. We've literally seen it from players. You know, a player could get injured here and there to players getting injured all the time. Not just players who are injury prone. Before, players who got injured like often, we knew they were injury prone. You know what I'm saying? But now it's even players who weren't injury prone before. But now all of a sudden they're having injuries because of all the workload that's being put on them. They're being overworked. I'm telling you. That's about it, boys and girls. Listen, man, had fun discussing this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to sub and like. Help me reach this goal right there. You see it up top. You know, and I'm gonna catch y'all boys and girls on the next one. The next one will probably be preview for the upcoming game, Barca versus Girona. I mean, you're gonna do a match preview and a match review, or just a match review. We'll see. But the next video you guys will get from me is probably gonna be about the Girona game. So you boys and girls, watch out for that. And yeah, I appreciate y'all boys and girls for watching this, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Love y'all.